Hey everybody, how's it going? Kamil here with TeamUSCellular.com, and we're here with another app review. I want to change it up a little bit and do an Android tablet app review since US Cellular just released and announced a bunch of different tablets. So let's get started. Alright, and the first one you guys are actually looking at, and I already mentioned in the first app review, is ADW Launcher EX. It works just as well as it does on a phone. It makes your tablet a lot quicker and it's very responsive. And it's also very customizable, and it costs $3.32 in the market. But the most important thing is that it uses the sides up and down right here. The honeycomb stock launcher seems to kind of waste the space and not allow you to put any icons there. And ADW allows you to customize the rows and columns however you'd like, so that's definitely a big plus, and you should definitely check it out. Alright, and the next app I want to look at is Tweetcaster. This is actually just a Twitter client app, and it's separated into two different panels. As you can see, the left side controls the right side. You get your timeline, your mentions, your messages, your favorites, your tweets, and your retweets on the left side. And those all come up on the right side. Now the right side is actually separated into different types of multimedia. As you can see, it says all tweets, and then you have photos here that people tweeted, videos, and links that people shared with you. And this is probably the smoothest app that I have encountered because it has not had one forced close yet. It's very quick. It gives you notifications in the bottom right here, and it's definitely probably one of the most reliable Android tablet apps that I have worked with so far. And the next app I want to look at is AccuWeather for Honeycomb. Now this is probably one of maybe 4 or 5 apps that are actually optimized for an Android tablet that is dedicated for just weather. As you can see, you get the current weather with a giant picture in the background to show you what it's like outside. As you can see, it's cloudy, and there's a big picture in the background that's cloudy. And you get your hourly forecast, I think it's a 10-day forecast. You can get maps to see how the clouds are starting to pan out and how it's raining outside. And you get a bunch of different stuff like news and videos as well. You could add multiple locations, and it's very reliable. It does force close quite a bit though on this tablet. This is an IdeaPad K1, which US Cellular actually does not carry. So you may not have to worry about that on a Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1. Definitely check that out if you're into checking the weather out often though. Now the next app is actually Double Twist, which is not supported by, or it's not optimized for a Honeycomb tablet, but it does still look fantastic. And if you do buy AirSync, which is another part of the app, you could wirelessly sync your music through a Wi-Fi connection without needing any cables to put all your music on your tablet, which I find pretty annoying. Definitely a very smooth app. I think this is a great alternative over using the Play Music app. I think it's called Play Music now. And it is free in the market. Unless you want to do the AirSync, then it costs $4.99 in the market. And the next one is Fandango. This is a very well-known app on phones. They also have a tablet version which is optimized for tablets, and it's got an absolutely beautiful UI. You can scroll everywhere. It's very quick. I get barely any forced closes ever. And the coolest thing about it is that you can literally scroll every which way, and it gives you a lot of options on just one page, which means it really eliminates the need to jump into a bunch of different pages. So let's say I go into the movie 21 Jump Street. As you can see, you could scroll here left to right and see what movie theaters it is playing at. It's nice and quick. And if a movie theater does have a lot of times, you could scroll up and down on each and every movie theater. And of course, you could purchase actual tickets within the app itself if the theater supports that. And the next one I want to look at is News 364 tablets. There's also a phone version of this. Both are free in the Android market, or Play, I guess now. And this is just your typical newsfeed app. It looks great on a tablet. It's obviously optimized for a larger screen. They update their news stories very often. As you can see, just the top stories have been updated. I think there's about 6 or 7 here within the last hour. If you check your news every 4 hours or so, you're going to get a lot of news. You're going to get at least probably a few hundred news articles every 4 hours if you want to read a lot. The only thing I found that's kind of bothersome about this though is that the My Interests section in the top left right here doesn't seem to work for me really. I put in something like Chicago News in My Interests section, and it just kept saying that there's no news articles available for my interests, which was a little bit weird because I figured it would come up with at least a few stories. But aside from that, maybe it might be a problem with just my tablet. It might just be directed for me. So definitely check this out. This and Pulse News are two great newsfeed apps. And the final app that I want to look at is actually a keyboard, and it is called Thumb Keyboard. Now it is $2.49 in the market, but it's the best keyboard that I have ever used on any tablet because it allows you to actually probably take notes in a class. Say if you're in a class, you could probably take notes on here for about 35 to 40 minutes without it really bothering you. It does lag up on certain devices, I've heard, but on the K1 it's fine. I know on the Galaxy Tab 10.1 it works perfectly. And basically what it does, it just splits the keyboard into two different sections, so it's easier for you to reach with both thumbs. You don't have to reach across to the middle of the screen, which is really annoying. And this actually kind of eliminates the need to buy a Bluetooth keyboard, which could be really expensive and go up to like 50 or 60 bucks. And they also have connectivity issues sometimes, so this is definitely worth a look. As you can see, it's really responsive. It has autocorrect right up here. And it actually uses a dictionary from the actual Android system that you had in place beforehand. So it's definitely one of the better keyboards that are in the market, that's for sure, and definitely for tablets. Now just a few other things I want to talk about really quick are a few of the widgets that I have on my screen. My screen is actually completely filled with widgets. There's not one actual icon on here. The first one I want to talk about was this giant clock and the weather up here. It's called HD Widgets. It is $1.99 in the market. But it's definitely worth it if you have a tablet because they give you these very, very large widgets that actually fill up your screen and don't feel like you're just wasting space. Like for example, these two widgets right here are very small and they're obviously not optimized for a tablet. But with this one, it just gives you a nice big clock, a nice big weather layout. And you can actually set up what type of clock you want, what color background, and what you want on both sides of the actual clock. Definitely something to look at. It comes with about, I think, 20 or 30 widgets, and they're all very customizable. And the next widget I want to cover really quick is called Desktop Visualizer. Now, all these icons that you guys see, these little tile icons, are all actually widgets. So this screen has very many widgets, but it actually is really quick. It doesn't take up many resources. As you can see, the screens are going by really quickly with ADW Launcher. And what you do is, it's actually just an icon with a shortcut, or it's just a picture with a shortcut. So what you do is you go to Desktop Visualizer in your widgets, go to the 2x1 or whichever size you would like with your picture that you have. You get this little icon up here, you click on it, and then you can customize it. So you can select an icon, and I'm just going to go ahead and choose one of the icons that I made myself for this. So let's say I want a Google Plus icon. I go to Select Action, and then I want to launch an application. You're going to go to Google Plus. You choose whichever app you want. Let's see, Google Plus right here. I'm going to clear the label because my icon already has a label. And the touch effect is just the glowing color that comes around it when you click it. So now you see it right here up in the corner. When you click it, it's going to turn a little bit red and it's going to launch the application. And there you go. Alright, so that's everything I have for you guys today. I went through them pretty quickly, so if you guys have any questions or any comments on any of these apps, just leave them in the comments. Follow me on Twitter at ShyCityKG. And check out TeamUSCellular.com for any US Cellular updates. See you guys next time.